Hello and welcome to another edition of the Covid19 Diaries. I am your host, Singjom Awushiadadefo, CEO and Chief Photographer, Images Image. Our guest today is the young man, Kingsley Fobi. Kingsley, good evening, or is it good morning to you? And please introduce yourself and thank you for having us.
Hi, my name is Kingsley Fobi, professional football player for Watford, and I've been on loan to Sydney, but I was in Spain, and also a player of Black Mental Soccer.
Great. So, Kingsley, are you locking down? What's the situation in Spain?
Yeah, it's very crazy out here, like this virus is really killing people, so everything has to be locked down, even our games and shops. You can really imagine how boring it is out here. I mean, like everywhere in the world for us.
Yeah, and then because of the same lockdown, we also have very limited gears for this shoot, so you have to please speak up for us a bit, raise your voice for us a bit. Good. So who are you locking down with? Anybody there? Let me look well.
But the only thing you can see here is equipment for training.
Those are your locking down partners?
No, I
Oh.
I've been locked up alone, and just chilling at home and training as well. That's the only thing that I've been doing since Corona started.
Kingsley, Spain is part of the countries that have been greatly hit by this rather sad issue, global issue. How did you first hear of Corona?
I mean, it was all about the news, on the internet. So, and then I saw a couple of news around. They were saying how this virus is, it's created drugs and people. So, and then we started, taking good care of ourselves. But it's just crazy, I just hope everything will be over very soon, so we can continue to live our normal life.
So I assume your football season has also been halted, right?
Yeah, I mean all our games have been cancelled until middle of May. But even with that, we are not sure because we really can't tell when this virus is going to go away. So we're just here waiting and hoping that it will be over soon, so we can continue playing our games.
Great. And you mentioned that you're alone, so meaning all your family are back here in Ghana?
Yes, all my, like all my sisters and cousins and my mom,
The whole clan. So how are they taking it, knowing that you are all out there alone? How are they taking it?
I mean, before they were a little bit worried, but then I make sure that I talk to them like every day to make sure that I'm fine, and also to check up on them and make sure that they're also fine. So they are not really worried right now because they know I'm really taking good care of myself, and they are also doing the same thing.
How do you take good care of yourself, Kingsley?
I mean, right now, like everybody is fighting for his or her life, so the only thing you can do is stay at home. Just be careful. And
can you repeat that for us? Can you repeat that sentence? Do what? What's the best way to prevent this?
I mean, like right now, the only way to survive is to right now you have to fight for yourself.
And it's to stay at home. It's to stay at home, right?
By staying at home.
Very good. Very good.
You can't go out, or you can't be doing things that is not really necessary, so you can get affected.
Here is a partial lockdown in Accra and in Kumasi, and we've had there's mad rush for food styles and for shopping in general. How was it like in Spain? How was there an official announcement that listen, country, we're locking down? Was it gradual process or it was a national lockdown? How did it go?
Yeah, it was a national lockdown. And then,
meaning the whole nation was locked down on the same day, the same time?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't really follow that, but I was really following what was going on around where I live, the city that I live, and
Which is
when they are when they in Badajoz,
okay.
and when they announced that everything was shut down, and there are police and soldiers everywhere, and you can't really go out because if you go out, you're gonna pay, I don't know, 600 to 3,000 euros. So it's better for you to stay at home and just be calm and wait whenever this virus will be over, so you can live your normal life.
How do you get food? How are you living then? If that so that means that your lockdown is pretty strict, right? It's quite strict.
Yeah, but all the supermarkets are open. That's the only thing. That's the only shop that you can find right now.
Okay.
Apart from that, everything is locked down. So
Okay.
it's easy for you to walk into a supermarket and get food and come home and cook. But you can't go out. You can't go to a restaurant or anywhere apart from the supermarket
Okay.
right now.
So, like the U.S., has there been shortage of tissue? Has there been shortage? Was there shortage of anything? Hey, don't laugh. Oh, serious issue.
No, we still have enough of food. They make sure that they have enough of food stuff, and so they can help people around. But we those who use it, so we have enough.
So in the at least I know for in some parts of New Jersey, I hear when you're going to, let's say, somewhere like ShopRite, there's a queue outside. You get numbers, so you wait in your car. That's if you want to go to the supermarket and all those departmental stores. You wait in your car, or you stand 6 feet apart when it's your turn. Then 30 people will go in, 30, and then when people come out, then it's being replaced. So at any one time there has to be 30 customers there. How is this being mandated back in Spain?
I mean, where I live, which is Badajoz, it's not like a big city, so we don't really have like a lot of people. So anytime you go to the supermarket, you're not gonna find like a bunch of people there, But then, if you're going to pay for it, of course there's gonna be a queue. But they have like a line that you have to stand, and that's like that's like a big enough, in able to get rid of this virus.
So tell me, Kingsley, you mentioned how bored you were. What does a normal day for Kingsley look like when there's no corona?
I mean, to be honest, I really don't have a lot to do right now.
No, before
So
then,
my
give us what your everyday life was as compared to what being locked down now.
I'm actually a boring guy. To be honest.
Then you got nothing to complain about it.
I'm actually a boring guy, so like I'm very cool in this situation. But then like
And here I was thinking I was
like
alone.
my schedule is like we train every day around like 6 p.m. So after training, I'll just call my friends back home. We'll be talking, or I'll probably listen to music or watching a movie or series. I just try to, and then I have a clothing line to which I talk to a few people. I have my agent have lots of friends who are into this kind of business in America, so I try to talk to them just to get their ideas, and I try to learn from them, and because I know that will help me build this brand.
So you pretty much have your routine hasn't changed much, has it? Except for the fact that you can't maybe go for a jog. How do you work out? How do you keep shape?
So we have all the equipment at home, like the bicycle, the mat, like everything at home. And then we have this app called Zoom on our phone, which we use that to train. And by doing that, the coaches and everyone get to see that, so they try to monitor us so that we do the right thing, and just to keep ourselves fit enough before, or like whenever this virus will be over, we'll be fit and continue doing.
Okay, so around all over the globe we are hearing of players having to take home less salary because you're all mindful of the survival of the clubs. Is it the same in Spain? Are there, I mean, with your division, are you experiencing the same thing? Are you having a cut down on salaries?
I haven't really heard anything about it right now.
For your club?
But I don't. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe they might, talk to us about it. Maybe they might not. So I really don't know.
So, what's been your concern? Have you been keeping updates on Ghana, how we are faring, and family back home?
Yeah, I mean, I've been following just Corona, when it started hitting.
You take your time when you're mentioning it, right? I was laughing at Obinim, and now I find it very difficult to pronounce it. So you realize I take my time. Corona.
Corona. Yeah, but I think the president is doing really well. He's doing everything possible to make sure that everything will be calm in Ghana, and I appreciate for that. We Ghanaians appreciate for that, and we hope that he'll continue doing that and also pray that everything will be done soon, so we will get to live our normal life.
When was the very first time you really heard of this COVID-19? When was the very first time, and did you really believe it? When you heard it, was it the China side or when it was really in Spain? When did you first hear it?
I heard it in Italy, because I know a couple of friends who play there, and we were talking one time. They were like, "Oh, there is this virus around which is killing a lot of people." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh, what virus is that?" They said Corona. And then few weeks, I had this killing people in Madrid. I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, it's like a wind, like a wild wind, right? Yeah.
And then a month I heard, people are dying in my city. I was like, oh, okay.
It's coming home.
I'm coming home.
It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be home. I'm not gonna do anything crazy out there. I'm just gonna be home. It's very good.
Yeah. So you didn't, you mean you never heard of it when it was in China and all that?
In China, to be honest, no. I really don't watch TV, so, yeah.
Boy, you're far away from home. Start listening to some news, yeah? You're so far from
when the virus was in China, I'm even sure that a lot of people didn't know about this virus until it started, moving into Europe and killing people before everyone realized how
the impact
virus, before everybody started following it. So yeah, I didn't really know when it hit in China.
So you only felt it when it got to Spain, and so
when it got to Italy.
Italy, yes, Italy. Okay. So have you had what is the closest you've come to experience? I mean, you have said yourself that you have a chillax life. You're already laid back, right? So, but have you had anybody who who's had it, or who knows somebody whose relative has been affected? How close has it gotten to? If it has.
I'm not really sure, but I think one of our players' girlfriend was going through, something like that. But I think now she's fine. The club, was taking care of her, because she is here in Badajoz. She can't really travel and go to anywhere because everything is closed down. The border is closed. So, the club did everything well. She's now fine. She's doing really well.
She's doing really well. So tell me, Kingsley, you have quite a following. You have a lot of young people following you and all that. What have you been doing in your own small way to preach against hashtag stop COVID-19?
To be honest, I wouldn't even like to talk about this, but so I've been helping people out, just I call it coins, I try to help, people on Twitter, and I started doing that, I don't know, a few weeks ago. So I try to send a little bit of money to just random people.
When did you start this money giving that I didn't hear? But why are you doing that though? How does that help?
I've been there before. Like I really know how it feels if you don't have anything to even buy food to eat. And with this lockdown, which you can't go anywhere, you can even work. I just felt that, and I was like, I might try and do something about it, and then I started helping out. I'm happy that I'm doing that. At least I'm helping.
You feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
You feel fulfilled to be of help. Good. Yeah. What is the criteria? So I feel, is there a form to fill or something to benefit from your trust fund?
No. It's not like a form. It's not something that I do every day. I'm not rich.
Which day? No, of course not. But you're giving. So which days? Charlie, as things are now, my father would say, "Don't give small money chance." So I beg, how you share the money? Make I can't take my own.
No, I really don't have like a specific day that I share something on, on social media. It just happens, So when it happens, then like everyone is around, you get whatever I'm sharing.
Jesus.
I really don't have like a specific day.
Henceforth, Kingsley, I'm going to be on Twitter. I'm going to be on Twitter. Great. So you say you started a clothing line. With all this, this whole pandemic going on, how is the clothing line doing? What has been the response?
Well, once everything is locked down, I'm also locked down.
That's great.
So,
you have,
just, when it comes to life, people's lives are more important than anything at all. So, if it's better for us to be healthy and then make sure that this corona is way gone, and then we'll start doing whatever we love to do. But right now, we are just calm and just taking care of ourselves and hoping that corona will be over soon, so we will start doing what we love.
So you have you been sharing messages on your handles? What have you been doing aside the sharing of the coins?
I'm a very friendly guy. I'm a very calm guy, so I try as much as possible to reply lots of DMs, and by doing that, I use that in a form of telling them what to do and what to do. And then I also sometimes go on Twitter and tweet about it and tell people to be safe, stay warm, And I've even done a couple of videos telling people that they should be aware of this disease and they should wash their hands. I've been doing my part to help people.
Very beautiful to hear. Taking the fact that you are very religious on Ghanaian news, do you think that Ghanaians we are taking this seriously? Do you think we actually feel it like you woke up one day, first you heard it in Italy, the next day you woke up and hear people are dying in Madrid? Do you think that Ghanaians are feeling the heat, knowing that there's a heat rushing towards us?
Yeah, I think so. I think Ghanaians are really careful about this, because right now everybody's on social media, so you can see whatever is going around. You can see a video of someone struggling because of this virus. So if this doesn't advise you to stay home or wash your hand, and you're gonna go out and mess about and get this virus, remember, when you get that, it's also gonna affect those that you love. If, for example, even if your mom or those that you love is not really close to you, that they can be, affected by this disease, they will be worried.
Yeah.
And when they are worried, it just messes up things.
Yes. So it distorts the family setup.
It's just good for us to stay home and just follow the rules and make sure that we're safe.
Good. So I've taken about 22 minutes of your time, and I'll keep doing this. I keep apologizing to everybody else. I have to do this at this awkward time. It's 1 a.m. your time, and you had to stay up and wait for me. And it's 12 midnight here, because I'm also home alone. I'm not home alone. I mean, I'm home with my partner, my boss, my upgrade, my daughter, and she's the boss of me. So until she sleeps, she's also the executive producer of this program. So until she sleeps, she would like to take charge of everything. So I have to keep apologizing to everybody else, to thank you for the time that you stayed up. So any message for us, any message, do you have any message, for people to feel it that yes, this thing is close? Any message?
I would tell everyone to be safe. They should stay at home. They should try as much as possible to follow the rules, because that's the only way that is going to keep them away from coronavirus. So we should be safe, and we should keep on praying. I believe that coronavirus will be over soon, so we will get to do more with our best.
Hallelujah.
Anyone that's been affected too, I just pray and hope that the person will be strong and recover. So
Amen. Amen. And like I also say that as we observe the staying at home, hands off. Today I've been able to keep my hands off my face. It's a personal battle. It's been a personal battle for me, but hey, we're getting there. I keep saying that as we are observing all the the social distances and all, let's also seize the time to boost our immune system as well. The orange is a very common source of vitamin C. Take orange every day. I mean, morning, afternoon. Orange is a bit affordable. So of course, everything's price has gone up. So yes, orange has also shot up, but hey, I think it's still in the price bracket. So let's try and boost our immune system. Let's stay home. Kingsley, can we hear you say that to them? Let's hear you say it one more time. That stay at home. Say it in your voice.
If I'm I beg, let you guys stay at home.
You see.
You guys will be out.
You see. And then but you're Fanti too, so let's hear it in Fanti. You've motivated me, so I will say it in Okay. Thank you, Kingsley. Thank you so much for having us. And this is a diary, so it's not a one-off. To share something with us. When are you resuming play? Do you know that?
What they said, middle of May, but we really don't know, because we don't know when coronavirus will be over.
We pray, like you prayed earlier, that the good Lord, pulls us out of this as fast as possible. Till then, let's all stay home and be good. And it's been nice having you, Kingsley, with myself, Singing John Awushia Dadoko. Follow us and subscribe, and keep hearing from people all over the globe, telling us to what? Stay at home, right?
Stay at home.
Thank you, love. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
I love you. All right, bye.
Thank you. Bye.